checked my notes, and one of the other things that I wanted to celebrate was when you drew the circles to provide a visual. I felt like that was something that really reinforced the concept for some of the kids that were maybe not quite there yet. Was that a spontaneous decision, or was that a planned decision?
That would also be spontaneous, because especially at this point in the year for 5th grade, we've really departed from visuals. A lot of it is more, just straight numbers. We have number lines, but it's not nearly as visual as it was a couple months ago. And so at first I hadn't intended on including anything like that, but when there was a little bit of confusion as to which would be, next, the third or the half, I was like, okay, well these are easy to make a visual example of. And so being able to draw those out, because they've seen that. They have experience with that. And so having that reminder, I agree. I think some students were like, oh yeah.
So a little bit of an aha for some of them, just to maybe some kids who really still need those concrete examples. It seems like that was really helpful for them. So many things to really celebrate from this lesson. That was something else that when the same students, the same kind of few students were again volunteering to give an answer, you said, I've heard from you a lot, but I want to hear from somebody else. And then somebody who had been very quiet kind of piped up and offered a really good explanation, and it was a good learning experience, a good learning opportunity for her. So that's just another thing that I think you've become really adept at, is making sure all the voices get heard, and that really supports their learning.
Well, thank you, because that is a struggle for sure, making sure that all students, one, that they feel comfortable to take part, but two, that they feel that whenever they do so, that they can do so confidently. And so being able to support learning in a way that they feel confident to add into the conversation is really cool.
And I loved the way that you said to her, I'm really working on not repeating student answers, so I want you to say that in your loud and proud voice. And so you kind of put it on, it was more like, this is my learning instead of her learning, and I think that took a lot of pressure off of her in terms of just her feeling confident about speaking out.
Right.
So
no, I've told her that before.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She's helping you work on something. And that seems to be also kind of a theme for you in your teaching, whether it's an authentic struggle or one that's maybe not quite such an authentic struggle, that you say, help me understand this. Right. And they do. And, I think it's, they just feel like you're a learner right alongside with them, which is really motivating for them too.